In the summer of 1944, weeks after the landings on D-Day, the ancient Norman city of Caen became the furnace of a brutal armored struggle. What was meant to be taken on the first day of the invasion turned into one of the bloodiest battles fought by British and Canadian forces in Northwest Europe. At the center of this clash stood Bernard Montgomery, commander of the British 21st Army Group. His plan was ambitious: pin down and destroy Germany's elite Panzer divisions around Caen, preventing them from counterattacking the American beachheads to the west. But the Germans were ready. Units like the 12th SS Hitler Youth Division and the formidable Panzer Lehr Division dug in around Caen, equipped with Panther and Tiger tanks, machines whose thick armor and powerful guns could punch through Allied Shermans at long range. The rolling fields and open terrain south of the city created ideal killing grounds for German gunners. The battle began almost immediately after the Normandy landings under Operation Overlord. British and Canadian forces pushed toward Caen, only to be met by fierce counterattacks. Streets were reduced to rubble, church spires collapsed, civilians sheltered in cellars as artillery thundered day and night. As June turned to July, Montgomery launched a series of major offensives: Operations Perch, Epsom, Charnwood, and finally Goodwood. Each attack hurled hundreds of tanks into the fray. During Operation Goodwood, one of the largest armored assaults ever mounted by the British Army, over 1,000 tanks surged east of Caen after a massive aerial bombardment. From the air, Allied bombers turned the landscape into a wasteland of craters and smoke. Then the armor rolled forward. But the German response was swift and deadly. Hidden anti-tank guns and camouflaged Panthers opened fire. British tanks advanced bravely across open ground, only to be knocked out in sudden flashes of flame. Crews fought with determination, sometimes continuing forward despite heavy losses, determined to break the stalemate. The toll was immense. Hundreds of tanks were destroyed or damaged. The countryside around Caen became a graveyard of burned-out steel. Yet strategically, Montgomery's grinding attrition achieved its purpose. By locking Germany's best Panzer divisions into a costly, defensive battle around Caen, the British and Canadians prevented them from reinforcing the western flank, where American forces prepared their own breakout. When the U.S. Army launched its decisive thrust at St. Lo in late July, the Germans were stretched thin. The intense fighting around Caen had sapped their armored strength. The city itself was largely destroyed, liberated but shattered,